yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Borland for the Centenary Agri mid-senior hurling final between JK Brackens and Drom. My name is Mark Dunn, and I'm delighted to be joined on co-commentary today by Lochmore Castellani's Tom McGrath. Both teams are out here just going through their final preparation on what is an awfully warm Sunday here in Borland. Temperatures touching 24 degrees as I was coming over in the car. This final, I suppose, has an old novel pairing really. JK Brackens entering into their first ever senior or mid-senior hurling final, and they will be gunning for this really. They come up against a Drom side who haven't been in the decider since 2019, where they overcame Upper Stromban. Both teams, though, I suppose, really looking to get one step into the county championship group. And a win today sets them up as a preliminary quarter-final in the county championship. So before we talk through different things, we'll look at the both teams. Both teams do line out as selected. We start firstly with the JK Brackens team. In goals, number 1, Jack Kennedy, 2, Luke Ormond, 3, Tom Murphy, 4, Martin Delaney, and Tom Murphy captains the side. Half-back line where number 5 is Jordan Maloney, 6, Paddy Cadell, 7, Neil Quinlan. Middle of the field, number 18, McEnroe, 9, Cathal Scully. Half-forward line wearing number 10, Conor Cadell. Centre forward wearing number 11, Andrew Ormond. And half-forward wearing number 12, Shane Doyle. Full forward line goes as follows: number 13, Shane Burke, 14, Lyndon Fairbrother, and 15, David O'Shea. We also welcome the JK Brackens management team, their manager Eamon Corcoran, coach Andrew Kavanagh, selectors Michael Hyland, Joe Hayes and Kevin Mulrine. Flipping over to the Drom team, and they also go as selected as per the programme. In goals, number 1, Owen Collins, 2, Emma Maloney, 3, Liam Ryan, 4, Kevin Hassett. Half-back line were number 5, Fintan Purcell, 6, Podge Campion, 7, Stevie Nolan. Middle of the field were number 8, John Campion, and 9, Robbie Long. Half-forward line were number 10, Larkin Campion, 11, Jamie Maloney, and captain of the side were number 12, Seamus Callinan. Full forward line, number 13, Johnny Ryan, 14, Mikey Connors, and 15, Tommy Nolan. We also welcome the Drom management team of managers Paul Collins and Brian Boyle, coach Nigel Scale and John Kennedy, and their strength and conditioning coach Willie Ryan, who's after coming over from Holy Cross after winning the Premier Intermediate hurling final with his club Clonakilty. Your referee then for today's game is John Dooley of Thurles Gales. He's ably assisted by Kevin Jordan, also of Thurles Gales, and Johnny Butler, Upper Stromban. And Johnny's umpires on the day are David Coppinger, Keane Tracy, Jerry Carew and Pat Flanagan. And we wish John and all his officials the very, very best. Tom, looking ahead to this one, what way do you feel this one's going to go?
Well, I suppose a novel pairing, and one that would set the blood kind of racing a small bit. The thoughts it has the possibilities of a classic. Some fine young hurlers and some established players on both sides. I suppose you'd look at the thing and say, well, look, Drom on the left hand side of the programme, more experienced, a lot of players there that have been at this level before. And let's face it, the mid-final is a mid-final. Like, it's not just your any old game, like, and the crowd are here, and the thing has been streamed and all that. That's probably getting a little bit more common now, if you like. But Brackens, on the other hand, like, their exploits so far, a lot of it has been football, but they've been on the big stage, so they're not strangers to it's a different type of stage. But I think that the team that settles early and settles the best will be the team. But you'd say, well, Brackens, you thought after the early rounds that we'll say Upper Church seemed to have the heavy lifting done when they put out Sarsfields on merit, and then the thing goes a bit pear-shaped on them, and Brackens put them out. But Brackens put them out on merit, like, and I mean, I make the point the whole time, like, you can concede a goal and yet win a match on points. It takes a good team to concede 2 goals and still come out top. So they outscored Upper Church by 26 points to 216. Like, that's 26 scores to 18. But their main man will say they have a spread of scores. They like Lyndon Fairbrother, Shane Doyle, and Jordan Maloney then scored from the back. Like, that's the thing with the new slitter, I suppose. Like, but I mean, Drom on the other side, they've strength and experience in abundance. Like, great to see Seamus Callinan back. Seamus is the captain of the team as well. Like, and he back after it was a serious injury early on there, just an injury that went wrong, I suppose, really cut into his ear big time. But it's terrific that he's able to play, like, and Jamie Maloney is another that's one of their big performers, and they have Johnny Ryan there. Johnny Ryan, probably one of the best club hurler in mid Tipperary over the last 10 years, like, so he's one that experience will be the thing. But I think Brackens will have to, their thing is, I think they'll have to make a battle of it, get stuck in, win the 50-50 tussles, and get their crowd going, because
Absolutely.
although, to be fair, Drom and Inch probably the best supported club in division, and plenty of voice in them as well. Like, but look, it's going to come down. I'd be saying Drom are favourites, probably entitled to be that, but Brackens won't be found wanting, just provided that the thing doesn't get on top of the occasion.
Absolutely.
But then they're out behind the McCarthy Pipe Band, and talking to a guy down there earlier, Johnny Harkins, like, and going back over all days, like, and great to be behind the band, but Johnny's a great man to be here, like, has done an awful lot for Drom and Inch and both hurling and camogie, like, so great to see him out, like, and there's plenty of others as well, like.
Absolutely. So both teams now are just going up in behind the McCarthy Pipe Band, and just let you know that our coverage today is being brought here with thanks to Robert TD Photo and Videography, and we thank Robert for all of his work. So both teams just going through the motions. There's no late changes, Tom, that I can see. All numbers look to be as we were told. No major tactics going on for us, but great to see young kids out there as well marching behind the band too. You know, it's a great occasion for everyone, for the whole club, and as you can see, a huge crowd here in Borland for today's game. And the weather, Tom, how would you factor in? Like, I know we're standing up here, it's a grand cool breeze coming through the stand, but different kettle fish out there. Will it play any major role, do you feel, in the game?
I suppose, look, Mark, these are the days that players train for. Like, good dry sod and firm sod. There'll be a little bit of giving it. It'll be nice. I think it's perfect ground conditions. Now, air temperature is a bit, but like, I think it's anything better than a force. Like, there's been force 10 gales blowing down the pitch here from time to time, or worse still across it. So, no, I think it's like ball will be travelling long distance in the air. That's provided they go with the long puck out strategy. Like,
that's it. Yeah.
We'll see as it unfolds. Like.
Exactly. Nowadays, anything is possible, and I suppose just going through both teams there, I suppose one person that stood out to me on the Drom and Inch time was Podge Campion, centre back. I saw him here the last day against McCarthy Burrs. Stood up, he got 3 points from play, played a real leading role, coming through the middle all the time, and not afraid to have a shot either. You know, I suppose nowadays positions don't mean a whole pile anymore. If you're there, you can score, like, you know. But he really did lead from the back really, and pushed on up as well. You know.
No, a good solid guy, like, well able to, you know, commands his own space, but wealth of experience that he has, like, you know.
Absolutely.
he's been through the mill, all Ireland medal winner and all that type of stuff as well, and you know, they don't like they say, all Ireland medals, they don't turn up in the post, like, so you've got to win them, and like, no battler, he'd be the kind of guy that if you're in the trench and in a bit of bother, you'll bring him in beside you, and
absolutely, you turn straight to him and see how the game is going.
But you'd look at some of the Brackens lads in the same areas, like Sir Jordan Maloney and Neil Quinlan with Paddy Cadell in the middle. Like, that's a springboard for plenty of attacks as well. Neil, solid guy, will shirk back. Jordan, not as big or as strong, but he doesn't go back from it either. Like, so
2 points from play against Upper Sunban for Jordan the last day out. You know, so again, well able to attack, well able to take his score, and no fear either in that. So. Both teams have just finished up their parade. We will be pausing for Aura Naveen in a moment's time.
It's probably buckets of water they nearly want at this stage, Mark, rather than a small bottle. But look, it's great. It's great that you have a mid-final and you have a proper crowd at it, and you know, everything is almost back to normal.
Thank God, absolutely. And our thanks also to the Borland GA Club for hosting today's final.
Always a terrific venue for a tour like
Absolutely.
this.
So we pause now for Aura Naveen. Super. So teams now just lining out on the field as follows. And again, our thanks to Centenary Agri for their continued support of the Mid-Senior Hurling Championship. And we thank all Joe Kerrigan, Paddy Daly, Eamon Bergen and all those involved in Centenary Agri for their wonderful support here to the grassroots hurling of the association. So
1 to 15 start on both sides, Mark, but I'd say positions mean very little after that. Like.
Yeah, I see David O'Shea is out here wing forward, Shane Burke also out centre forward for Brackens as well.
I'd say Drom and Inch have lined up pretty much.
They look fairly even all right across the field. Yeah. Paddy Cattell gone into the middle of the field also for the puck out, or for the throw in I should say. So referee John Dooley of Thurles Gales, his first ever mid-senior hurling final, and the game is on. So ball is struck in there very quickly. First little ruck in the middle of the field, and it's Shane Burke is fighting away. Ball low breaks out. Brackens have it straight away. Straight ball inside. Gets the ball. Turns. Going to play it out. It's Andrew Orman. Andrew turns, strikes. No, just the left. Will it go?
Yes.
It's gone now. All right, Pat Flanagan over there, umpire down there. First wide of the day for Brackens. First chance at a point. So ball now back with Owen Collins in the Drom and Inch goal. He goes out the far side of the field. Great ball out there as far as Finton Purcell. Finton has time. He looks. He's going to strike from distance, just passing the halfway line. It's a super score by Finton Purcell. First score of the day for Drom and Inch. First score of the day for Finton Purcell. Point to no score.
Just proves the accuracy of puck out. The 2 pucks of the ball, one from the goalkeeper out to Finton Purcell, and then a point like so.
Absolutely. So Brackens go with the puck out. They go short. They build up the field. Ball is good, but it's back to that man again, Finton Purcell. He seems to be the extra man back there. He's looking up now to strike. He strikes across the middle of the field, looking for Jamie Lunny. Bounces past, but going in as far as Mikey Connors. Mikey has a bit of pace. He goes. Shane McCallan gone inside him. Great little block there by Neil Quinlan, just to disrupt the flow of play. Connors still has the ball. Don't know how he just left and wide, but John Dooley had his hand up for the advance. He was clearly pulled back. Good referee in there by John Dooley, but a serious burst of pace by Mikey Connors. He had Shane McCallan outside him too, but credit to Neil Quinlan. He got in a vital little block just to knock it off to Hurley, and in we go for the free. So Shane McCallan lining up his first free of the day. He suppose he couldn't ask for any easier, Tom, could he?
He's going for it.
I'd say he will. He's going lovely. He goes low.
Good stop.
Saved. Is it gone over? Yeah, gone over the bar. Super save there by Jack Hendy. You could see him might end up. They were a bit slow getting back on the line. Brackens, he saw his chance, went for it, but a good save by Jack Hendy up and over the bar. 2 points to no score.
Yeah, and we're just on less than 2 minutes, like, but
so it's a high ball up there.
Oh, it's an interesting one.
Kevin Jordan is going to give it to. Yeah, he's going to give it to the Drum lads.
Yeah.
Absolute. So Finton Purcell again.
He's 5. He's playing on this side, like, but he's playing Brackens a man back.
They do. They have.
Yeah.
Great ball down the inside line in looking for Johnny Ryan. Johnny has Larkin camping outside him, doesn't use him, goes all the way across for Shane McCallan, but it's well intercepted out there by Cahill Scully. Cahill still fighting in there to the Dean McEnroe in there as well. He looked to be foul. He wasn't though. Referee says play on. John Campion plays it back though, and a pull in the ball with Johnny Ryan. First time hurling, as they say. Ball now is still there, still rocking it up enough. They're both sides are in there looking to get the ball out. Who has it? Brackens look to come away. They do. And it's Lyndon Fairbrother all the way back on his own 45. Plays it back as far as Paddy Cadell. Paddy strikes it in long over the far side, in as far as Shane Dial. Shane goes to get it. He had Liam Ryan for company, but does enough. Ball is still there though. Shane Burke. Shane does it. Plays it back out as far as Lyndon Fairbrother. Lyndon had a bit of time and space. He had David O'Shea the far side. Nearly too much time. Ball was blocked down. Ball has gone in again. Referee John Dooley had his hand up for free. I said it was a late chop down there, Tom.
Well, it says the player went to go past. He's having a chat. He's having a chat. It says it. Is it Jordan Maloney?
It's Jordan. Yeah, it looks like the white helmet of Jordan. All right.
Hardly a card this early. Well, anyway, if there was a card at the first minute, he gets it too. Yeah.
So Jordan Maloney, number 5 for J.K. Brackens, the first man in the referee's book on today's occasion. So Shane McCallan is going past his own 6-5. Just judging by the flags Tom in front of us, Drums seem to have the breeze here that is going down the field.
Breeze blowing towards the village end. Every field had its own end. We say the village end here in Borland, and what's the other end? Probably the Cashel end.
The Cashel end, yeah. So Shamey lifts strikes. He's run away from that one. Is he happy enough?
No.
It's not. It's gone right and wide ball. So first wide of the day for Drom and Inch. First wide for Shane McCallan. Quick puck out though by Jack Hendy. He finds the recently carried Jordan Maloney. Jordan strikes long ball in. He's looking for David O'Shea.
Breakdown in communications there.
Yeah, someone wasn't looking up, and out comes Stevie Nolan. Stevie finds Podge Campion. Podge there, as I said before, again, no stranger to striking the ball from distance, but just to the right and wide again. That's 2 wide, quick succession for Drom and Inch. But as I said, that play broke down from from Brackens. We could see what Jordan Maloney was trying to do. The Brackens man didn't. So Tom Murphy, captain, takes a short puck out. Tom has a couple of yards. He has Cathal Scully outside, doesn't, but he has Tommy Nolan for company. Does enough. John Dooley says that he was caught high and a free in. High-ish, says Tom McGrath, and a free in for JK Brackens. So a first shot at the post from Lyndon Fairbrother. He probably would want one maybe a bit closer in to start him off. But
rules are a bit funny, Mark, really. See, that this hurley in the helmet is a bit of a myth, really. Like, that any contact is meant to be free now, like, and sort of you're expected to give it, and I'm not sure that this...
That's it, yeah. So
damned if you do and damned if you don't. Like.
You're never going to be right, Tom. So Lyndon strikes. Looks good against
okay.
Raised there. Yeah, umpires are happy. Out they go. First free of the day for Lyndon. First point of the day for Lyndon. Score 2 points for Drom.
Just
1
5,
point from Bracken.
Just over 5 gone.
And just over 5 minutes gone. So Collins goes long. He finds Shamey in a bit of space. Shamey turns, strikes back in, looking for Jamie Maloney. Jamie, good first touch from Jamie. He has Stevie Nolan, doesn't use him. He's going to go himself. Great block in there. I think it was Jordan Maloney again. Gets on the ball. Out comes Neil Quinlan. Neil comes across this side. He has Dean McEnroe. Dean now has just a chance to stay up and strike. Umpire having a good look at it. But wide ball is the call. So 2 wides now for JK Brackens inside the opening 6 minutes. Quick puck outs all around today. Collins goes short as far as Finton Purcell. Finton down as far as John Campion, but under serious pressure there by Dean McEnroe. In comes David O'Shea for company, but John Campion does extremely well to get the ball up. But look, just bundled out over the line, and a line ball in for Brackens.
Yeah, good pressure by the Brackens, but like there's been no real battle for a ball yet. Like that would get the crowd involved. Absolutely. A small bit, like, because it's yet to get here any bit of momentum into the thing. Like by either party, it's been short puck out, shot for a score. So
Shane Doyle sends over this one.
Scored a few at the last day, I think.
He did, yeah.
Left post and drifted in.
Great strike by Shane Doyle. It's a super score, Tom.
Yeah.
You called it before he struck it. Great score for Shane Doyle. Ties up the game, 2 points apiece, and we're just gone over the 6 minute mark. So
see, it's something like that, Mark, will get a bit of thing going. Like next score now will be critical, or next possession. Here we go. Absolutely. Right down in front of us.
Collins goes looking for John Campion. John puts up the hand, doesn't get it the first time, under pressure by Dean McEnroe, but does enough to flick it back there as far as Finton Purcell. Finton though loses out as far as David O'Shea. David O'Shea, big man, back as far as Shane Knight. He's going for the second one. This one doesn't, won't curl in, out wide, and a third wide of the day for Bracken. So
it's peculiar the way the sliotar works. Like, you strike a line ball off the ground, it generally comes left to right with a right-handed striker, but they try and bring the sliotar in out of the hand, they try and bring it right to left.
Absolutely. So Owen Collins, super puck out down. David Breeze looking for Shane McCallan. Shane up with a hurley. Great touch. Ball is in his hand. Back out as far as John Campion. John has a second to look. Doesn't need it. He could have maybe looked a couple of seconds more, but doesn't, left and wide. So third wide again for Drom and Inch. That one courtesy of John Campion. So Jack Hendy out as far as Luke Ormond. Luke now has a couple of seconds here. He's coming down the near side. Switches play over the far side. In looking for Lyndon Fairbrother. Lyndon goes up, doesn't get there though. Super take by Liam Ryan. You find it hard to win a ball over Liam Ryan's head. Podge Campion though delivers straight away into the far corner. Tommy Nolan running out. He has Martin Delaney behind him for comfort. Great take by Tommy Nolan. Turns in, strikes, looks good. Umpires are happy. It's a great score by Tommy Nolan.
Yeah, a player with loads of potential as well. Like, you know, the guy get the right ball to him, get him involved in the game, and get him involved in some of these guys. When the more involved they are, the better they'll be. Absolutely.
So Jack Hendy goes short over as far as Martin Delaney over at the bank side here in Borland, Douala GA club. So ball is struck in, looking for no one inside. Ball goes as far as Stevie Nolan. He won't get an easier ball like that again today. So Stevie scores. He's looking to strike it down the field. He does. In as far as looking for Tommy Nolan again. Delaney won't let him get it as easy this time. He loses his hurley. Tommy is still fighting for it. Back there is Jordan Maloney. Jordan is looking to get into the ball. Is still on the ground. Who comes away? The drum man comes away. It's Mikey Connors. He turns. He strikes. It's left wide. And it's wide from Mikey Connors.
Wides are mountain, Mark.
They are 4 wides for Drom, 3 for Brackens from what I can count. So Jack Hendy goes short. Again. Yeah, up the field again. Just ball handling error from Shane Burke. It spills out and out over the sideline, over the far side. As you can see, a great crowd in here for the Centenary Agri mid-senior hurling final. So Podge Campion is the man to take. So good line cut by Podgin, a bit of pace in front of it, looking for Tommy Nolan. Tommy's going to give Martin Laney a bit of trouble in there today, judging by the opening things. Ball is back with Jamie Maloney. Jamie has it, he has Shamey outside him, doesn't use it, fixed it as far as Robbie Long. Robbie now, he's going to have a go. He turns while running. Great score by Robbie.
Yeah.
Turned shot, he turned on the move. First time up and over the bar. Great score for Robbie Long. 4-2.
There's one of those ones, a bit of an instinct like that. Oftentimes players, forwards, you find nowadays they're inclined to be part of this team game. The instinct has gone out of it. Like, but Robbie was true from midfield there, and there's only one thing for a player like that to do is that you get it and you take your point.
So Jack Kennedy went short again, but on the far side, Lady Martin has a bit of space, but Tommy Nolan is tracking him down. Tommy couldn't get there. Martin goes, strikes, putting the ball in here now. He's looking to cause a bit of trouble inside. Shane Burke, great take by Shane Burke. He has time. He turns, he strikes. It's good. Yes, it's very good. Good score by Shane Burke. Super take there. All came from a great ball in by Martin Lane. A crossfield ball. Shane Burke rose highest, turned up and over the bar. So 4 points to 3. Drom lead. We're just gone over 10 minutes here in the first half. Long puck out by Owen Collins, using the breeze, but it will stay in play. Johnny Ryan over there. Johnny looking for someone to come across the middle. He's not going to score out that far. Goes all the way back as far as John Campion, but Conor Cadell had that well read. Conor burst through, tripped there, little trip. Down he goes, free out for JK Brackens. So we have
no real pattern, Mark. You know, it's
no.
Paddy Cadell now surveys his options.
So Paddy goes over here at the stand side. He's in looking for Andrew Warman. Andrew looking to get into the game. Emmett Maloney is there. Emmett's on the ground. Strong that is Emmett. He comes away. It does extremely well.
Ball.
And a line ball going in. Serious pressure put on him there, I suppose, between David O'Shea. Done enough, I suppose, just to get him out over the line. Yeah,
well, the main thing you do is you don't let that come out. But more importantly, you don't foul him either. Like, just stand him up and force him to make the decision with the ball then, like. And
absolutely. So Shane Dial, his angle is a bit tighter this time, Tom. He's still
doable.
I think he done one from a similar angle, if my mind serves me right, against Upper Church in the mid semi-final. So Shane goes, strikes. It's looking good. Oh, it's dangerous enough on. Owen Collins got enough of it, batted out. Brackens had enough bodies inside to cause much problems, but Owen is still going. He goes down as far as Larkin Campion. Larkin just doesn't get it though, under a bit of pressure, and there's Shane Burke. Shane Burke roll lifts it, turns and rises. He looks to be fouled. He is fouled, yeah. He was pulled back a bit there. Well done by Shane Burke there. Larkin just seemed to drop the ball at the wrong time and couldn't get head up, and free in is the result.
Yeah, but again, legitimate pressure being put on the ball carrier, and sort of the one free that you hate to see a fella conceding is a cornerback facing his own corner flag and a fella bowls straight into his back, and
absolutely,
it is a double get out of jail card really. Like.
Now you have it. So
Linden probably every chance to tie it up here now, to be into the breeze all right, like, but
yeah, I know Brackens will be happy to tie it up coming into
just over 12 minutes gone,
and I suppose playing against the breeze.
It's very high.
Umpires are happy enough, I'd say. Yeah, good score by Linden. Crowd at the far side were shouting before we were. Good score for Linden, 4 points apiece. So Owen Collins now surveying his options. Who does he have? I see Robbie Long moving. Robbie does move, but Owen doesn't see him, doesn't use him, and Owen goes long. Coming down looking here for Mikey Connors. Mikey just came slightly out of position, left him free cash there for Cahill Scully. Cahill plays it back door as far as Tom Murphy. Tom back as far as Paddy Cadell. Paddy strikes it long into the far corner, looking for Shane Dial. He's all over the field. Ball breaks back inside. Stevie Nolan is there to mop it up. Shane puts him under a bit of pressure, but Stevie just sidesteps and away he goes. He looks up. Who has he in front of him? And a great ball is put in. We're looking for Tommy Nolan. Tommy was hoping the ball would break on Martin Lane. He said absolutely not. Gets up over the ball. He went out over the feet. The referee John Dooley calls the free out for Brackens.
Yeah, like just trying to put the ball down straight, in front of the forward, like, and seemed the right thing. But the backman read the situation. I suppose the backs to be listening to what the forwards gets told, I suppose, in training as well.
Absolutely. So Cadell, he puts it in, looking for Andrew Orman. Doesn't get it the first time. Ball breaks down, and it's John Campion to come away with it. John looks for Robbie Long, but super interception there by Conor Cadell. Conor ball is now with Shane Burke. Shane is still fighting away, passes out as far as Dean McEnroe. Dean goes to shoot. It curls in this time, Tom. The ball must have heard the last time. It curls in, up and over the bar. JK Brackens go into that 5 points to 4 lead here. We're just coming up on 14 minutes played here in the first half.
And you kind of look at the thing at the moment. You think that Drom and Inch seem to have all the ball, but they haven't all the ball.
No.
Brackens are making good use of what they have.
Larkin Campion now breaks onto a ball there. Larkin comes back inside. He has Jamie Maloney. Jamie turns at a difficult angle. It's
wide,
it's right and wide. Umpires coming back inside, and a 5th wide of the day for Drom and Inch. So Jack Kennedy again, he goes half short. Was lucky enough for that one. Luke Orman was there, but a dangerous enough old ball. Cathal Scully does enough to control it under needless pressure and say Callan up. Great hurley, and John Campion is there. It looks to be Brackens ball. I think just came off the hurl of John Campion there.
Yeah, we had the best view in the house.
Absolutely, we'll take that one. So Cathal Scully was going to take a quick one. Doesn't though. Yeah,
it's something that's not picked up on, but I mean, like, players stay standing. I mean, he was prevented from taking the quick line ball there because Jamie stood there and he didn't want to.
He wasn't going to let him
take it. Risk it.
Yeah,
like.
Absolutely. So ball is taken. Jamie Maloney now fighting in the middle of this one. He is Shane Burke for company in behind those Dean McEnroe. He goes past 1. He goes past 2. It's a great score. If you're going to get it, it's going to tail out to the left.
It's wide.
It's going back though for a free though. Tom John had it free up. I'd say he was tapped a couple times going through the. He was tapped a couple times going through, so look, that was a good bit of play there.
Yeah, well, Johnny is picking up on those ones like this. Sort of that's what you want to is like the ball player, the person with the ball has to be afforded some bit of protection, but then they have to be making some attempt at playing the ball as well. That you can't let it take 20 steps with it because there's somebody in his back.
Absolutely. So Shane McCallan just coming out to have a go at this one. He's just inside the 65-yard line.
It's early. Must be where the ball is, yeah. Oh yeah, Kevin's come back behind it
just to give an extra pair of eyes. There's no harm in these situations. The crowd will help you anyway, Tom. It makes no odds.
Well, they'll try and encourage the umpire, but really, you know, like with the ball swinging with the breeze, like you don't get the perfect view from there. You have an idea, all right. But
so he keeps it nice and low. Shemi is going too low.
No,
it's
wide.
Left and wide. So
wide. It wasn't the best of lifts. Like
no, it wasn't. And it was the low trajectory then.
Didn't help it.
Didn't help it at that matter. So Jack Kennedy back in. Out he goes. Strikes the ball long. We're looking for David O'Shea. David goes up, doesn't get there though, and it was Finton Purcell does enough. Ball out far as Shemi back as far as Kevin Hassett. Kevin though opens the shoulder, strikes it. It's going to drop. Dangerous enough on for any goalie coming in, especially with his son around you as well. But Jack Kennedy does extremely well. Plays it back out here as far as Paddy Cadell. Paddy looking up, he's going to stay going again. Bounces the ball, uses the good dry sod that we have here. Tommy Nolan will come behind him, causing problems. Kevin Hassett met him with a shoulder. He danced off that one. Ball is struck in here inside. It's not going to go. It's going to come out over the sideline. Line ball for Drom and Inch.
Sometimes one, you know, with the ball fetching ability, some of the Brackens forwards have played it in a bit more direct because that ball once it hit the ground was always going to pick up pace. Like.
Absolutely, especially with the weather that we're getting, which is great. So line ball here for Drom. It's Finton Purcell. Finton down here right in front of us. He was looking for Tommy Nolan. Tommy does enough, flicks the ball over, and a right little shot there by Neil Quinlan. He bounces off. No problem at all for Neil, and a great ball in as far as Andrew Orman. Andrew had a couple of yards, and Andrew turned, strikes. Yeah, the crowd like at the far side, and a first point today for Andrew Ormond. So 4 of the 6 JK Brackens inside forwards have now got points on the board. That was a good stat to have as well when our lads are getting scores from play.
Yeah, well, I suppose get a few scores from play is the important bit, really, like this.
So Owen Collins goes, looking for Robbie Long. Robbie just didn't control it, and out it goes over the line, over the far side for a JK Brackens line ball, and I see Jordan Maloney.
In the great world of stats, I wonder, does that go wrong now? Is that down against the goalkeeper and his puck out stats, or is it that it was a fumble by the outfield player?
I don't know. We'll have to rewatch again, Tom.
Depends who's keeping the stats, I suppose. Big thing anyway was a puck out that didn't get to the 65. It's gone over the line.
And the result is Shane Dial is over the far side now. He's got one from this side. I think it is too far out, but he's going to give it a fair whack in. He does a great ball. It goes all the way in. It's going to hang there. Drum go for the ball, strikes down. And out it comes here out the far side. John Campion just a first touch, let him down slightly, but does it extremely well. Gets the ball out. Drum now are powering out of defence. Jordan or Jamie or Podge Campion, I should say.
It's free is coming.
And absolutely free. You could say it all day long. Little bit of
teammates of all Podge and Andy having a little word there.
No love lost at the best of times, but so look, that's sport. That's how it goes. Yeah,
stakes are high. Like, and for something you mentioned at the start, Mark, too. Like that. See, the preliminary quarter final is a kind of an important one because neither of these teams have handy groups, like, you know, that they're not they're not certainties to come out of their group.
Absolutely.
So
this
it's
is
nice to have and it's easier playing your group. It looks okay.
Collins, great score there by Owen Collins.
Good clean strike.
Absolutely good. And again, no stranger to taking frees is Owen Collins. Good score by Owen.
Would he be a penalty taker if we get to that?
We hope he won't going to go down that far, Tom. So 6 points to 5 for JK Brackens lead. Long ball in, looking for Shane. Great take in the air by Shane. Shane turns, he strikes. It looks good for me. Pat Flanagan agrees with me. Up and over the bar. Super score by Shane, his second of the day. So ball back now again with Owen Collins. Owen looking, surveying his options, puts a great ball in front of Shane McCann. He had a yard or two on Cathal Scully. That's all he needs, and he turns, he strikes. It's a great score by Shane McCann. You probably can't afford Callan those couple of yards, Tom, not in this day and age.
Couple of yards, inches, I would suggest, Mark. I'd say it like that. He's
so Jack Kennedy
the puck out has gone wrong as well.
Time looking for Martin Delaney, didn't go there, and out it goes.
I'd say the statisticians worked that one out, Mark, that he hit his man with the puck out all right, but Martin,
the man didn't do his job after it.
Yeah.
So it looks like Callan to take it is. So I'll be long making a dart and run back to his left. He's not going to go. He's going to look in. John Campion got inside.
Somebody making a run.
Yeah, coming all the way over the far side.
Line ball on this side, I'd say. No,
it's not going to hold. It's going to
go
a wide ball.
Yeah.
Strike it down as a wide. So 7 wides now for Drom and Inch. 3 wides for Bracken. So again, the short puck out goes astray. Couldn't find Tom Murphy. Callan breaks onto it. He has Mackie Connors inside. He's definitely fouled, absolutely no doubt about it. Again, the short puck out. Tom went astray. Tom Murphy just couldn't get the ball in hand, but Callan into him like lightning. Didn't give him a chance.
You don't take short puck outs with a guy like that hanging around place, and just after, Timmy was in that area already, just after getting the point, right, line ball went wrong, so he was out to make redemption and worked hard, and that's the time time to work.
And there's going to be a card here as well, no doubt about it as well, for the Brackens man, but Tom Murphy, the captain there, going down.
Makes it awkward for, kind of a cheap yellow, if you like.
So
but then what's a deer yellow? I'm not sure. It's hardly going for this one.
He's not. Strike up over the bar. Good score for
All
Shane.
aboard.
So 3 points for Shane McCallan, 2 from frees, 1 from play.
We're 7 points apiece, and we're 21. It's over 21 gone. So
in the first half. So
crucial couple of minutes coming now, Mark. That sort of whoever it's, there's no real pattern like this.
No. Now Kennedy went short again. He was confident enough as far as Martin Delaney. Delaney puts it in as far as Conor Cadell. Conor got it the second time round. He's going to open shoulders. He does. Strikes the ball in. He's in there looking for Shane Burke. But who's there? Only Podge Campion. No fear in Podge. Podge is a big lad. Out he comes as far as Stevie Nolan. Stevie takes the break. He's going to go back, I'd say. Stevie was a bit unsure what to do, but he found Podge Campion. Podge again goes back as far as Stevie. Stevie now again. John Campion shouting for at this side. Doesn't use him. Instead uses Finton Purcell. Finton goes over the far side. Kevin Hassett has made the run up there. Takes on Jordan Maloney. Goes past the ball in as far as Larkin Campion. Larkin is turned, strikes. Will it have the distance? It won't. Jack Kennedy keeps down underneath the crossbar. Ball now with Paddy Cadell. Good bit of play here. Brackens will again desperate need of a free. They're not going to be let out that easy. No free, says John Dooley, but all is still there for Paddy Cadell. Paddy goes on up this near side, and he's going to be met with Tommy Nolan with a hefty shoulder. It's going to be a free in or free out for Brackens.
What was going to happen like this?
Tommy was coming across. He was eyeing him up there for a while.
Surely yellow card.
You'd imagine so. There was no.
Oh, he's lucky.
I think so too, because Tommy Counties are very, very fortunate in that instance not to pick up.
Like, you look at maybe rules, but compare that with Tom Murphy's yellow.
That's it. It's still
yeah. Anyway,
we're on the sideline today, Tom, and Fred now goes.
Yeah.
So Lyndon.
But we saw it happen 5 seconds before it happened.
You could see Tommy had him well eyed up at that stage. So Lyndon Fairbrother, middle of the field, turn strikes.
Not off the middle.
No, not going to go, and out it goes.
That's a bad hit now.
Left and right. So 4 wides now for JK Brackens. We are 24 minutes gone here in the opening half in this Centenary Agri Mid-Tipp Senior Hurling Championship final. Good ball there, good take by Kevin Hassett. Kevin finds Stevie Nolan. Stevie needed a second for that one, but has now settled. He's going to turn, he's going to strike. It's a great score by Stevie Nolan. And again, that's what Drom need. The final says 8 points to 7. a 1 point lead for Drom. So Kennedy again, he's gone short again. This time he finds Cahill Scully. Cahill has time, he opens the shoulders. In it goes, but there's no one in there. Liam Ryan, acres of space, plenty of time to get underneath that one. Liam turns, strikes the ball all the way back down the far side. He's looking for Mikey Connors. It just runs past him. Johnny Ryan is the closest drum man there. Cahill Scully does well, tried to flick it back inside, but Connors comes straight through. John Dooley says he touched it on the ground, yeah. Our cameraman Robert Healy here is kind of
he might have had the best view in the house, really.
But nonetheless, again, free out for Brackens on that one.
It looked a bit of a scoop.
So Jack Kennedy comes out from.
But it was a flick by a Brackens man that very nearly was putting them into trouble, and it was seemed the real right thing to do at the time.
Absolutely. So Kennedy again, he loves the short ball. He's gone short again on the
puck out
there. As far as Luke Ormond. Luke needed a second chance there, but got it. Luke strikes it in. He's looking for David O'Shea, but out comes Lyndon Fairweather, beats his man to it, plays a ball in as far as Shane Burke. Shane back again to Lyndon, making the angle from it. It's a good shot. Will it hold? It's going to go out left, I'd say, from absolutely out left and wide. A good chance there again. Lyndon done extremely well, broke out the ball, came out looking for the pass, but just left and wide.
He came around in the loop and it was it's a good move. There's a good puck out now.
Super puck out from Collins as far as Hassett. Hassett finds Johnny Ryan. Johnny looking for his own score, plays it back out though as far as Robbie. Robbie goes back as far as Purcell. Purcell, that's his second of the day. Purcell is flying with confidence. Great score by Vincent Purcell. That gives Drom a 2 point advantage coming near 26 minutes or so gone there in the opening half.
Yeah, just come to 26. There's been no real stoppage either.
No, I think we're good. Again, Kennedy went long that time. Brackens didn't win it, and Kevin Hassett, he's deemed to have thrown the ball. Is it?
Steps I would have thought.
I'd say, yeah.
Yeah,
I suppose there those marginal calls.
Yeah.
So Lyndon, I'd imagine, will come out to.
Some of the slitters don't seem to be travelling some of them seem to be a little bit worn, if you like.
And swollen a bit, yeah. So Lyndon is.
It affects the free takers then as well, because you have different strike off, better contact with the newer ones.
Exactly, there you have it. So Lyndon over on the bank side lifts, strikes. It's looking
okay.
Yeah, happy umpires, happy over the far side. Good score by Lyndon. That's his third
Doesn't miss
point
too
of
many.
the day. Yeah, all from frees.
Yeah.
So ball back with Owen Collins. Owen turns, strikes, comes down the stand side looking for Tommy Nolan. Ball goes up over the head though. Great little take there by Jamie Maloney. Jamie swings back around, back as far as Larkin Campion. Larkin thought once, thought twice, still goes ahead with the ball, does enough to flick it back in front of Jamie Maloney. Jamie has it, Jamie turns, goes straight for goal. Umpire is going for the flag, happy enough for the flag.
Yeah.
And a good score there by Jamie Maloney.
Yeah.
Again, now suddenly Tom Diff found that now they're 3 points out in front, coming back near the.
Yeah, but Jamie, good turn of foot there, little flick turned well from, and they got the score of it.
Absolutely. Shane Doyle now, after getting the break on his man, he's going to go, he's going to stay going, he's pushing through, he still had the ball, plays it back out as far as Conor Cadell, I think is who I'm looking at it. His Conor Cadell, the blue helmet, number 10, the far side. Great score there by Conor. Shane, I suppose, took on his man.
He's a player that hasn't been involved that much in the game so far. He's kind of on the edge there a small bit.
Absolutely. So Owen Collins come down here, perfect place ball as far as Tommy Nolan doesn't get the first time, but ball bounces back as far as Finton Purcell. Finton again, he'd have the confidence now after having 2 points. Up he goes, up the sideline. He's being chased by Martin Delaney. Martin won't let him shoot too easy, but Purcell up and over the bar. That's a great score by Purcell. That's 3 points now for Purcell. And again, it shoots Drom into a 3 point lead again. 11 plays 8. About just gone over 28 minutes gone in the open half. So ball again, playing the long ball back in there. Stevie Nolan is the free man back there, but he's caused problems by Andrew Ormond. Andrew was a man that hasn't been on a whole pile of ball either in the first half. Kevin Hassett gets the ball out as far as John Campion. John goes past the first tackle. He's definitely fouled on that one. Referee give a good advantage. Up comes Stevie Nolan. Power through the middle. He's going to go for his second shot.
Looks wide.
It's going to go left and wide. So
yeah, got a bit too much height in it, I suppose, really. The strike was decent, but
absolutely. So we're back with Jack Hendy in the JK Brackens goal. Again, he's looking for someone short. He has He's Luke Orman on the far side if he
Drom
needs.
playing loose, the Spearman back there, like, but it's hard to see the Brackens Spearman. They have him now.
Tom Murphy looks to be, and he's Paddy Cadell now going to come through the middle. So Paddy goes past his 65, gone past midfield, kicks the ball off ahead of him in as far as Shane Burke roars in the crowd for a free. John Dooley saw nothing. Shane Burke still going. Shane looks free out. He says gives this time, free out for Drom and Inch. I suppose maybe Brackens might seem.
Yeah, well, I thought like looking at this, Shane seemed to try to try to manipulate a free. Really, that he was trying to work Hurley in around him, and it didn't work that time. And he was still taking steps while he was doing that. So you get lost in the process then.
The way it goes.
Shane, like, it's a while since I would have done a match of this magnitude, but you kind of have to upskill yourself with the buzzwords as well, like that. All these
involved in it. So little water break over there for Liam Ryan, just getting seen to there by the.
It's only seconds. They'll probably go 31 minutes now. We're just coming to 30 at this stage. But
absolutely, score is Drom and Inch 11 points, Brackens 9.
Owen Collins will go most of the way with it.
Yeah, it's
gone left.
So it looks to be left and wide. Left and wide is the call. So again, White are slightly building left them, and I know they have Dowell Breeze and maybe are having a go at them, but so Jack Kennedy again goes short out the far side, first call Scully. Not the first time the ball has slipped off to Hurley. Scully slipped off a second time. Callan is straight in there, won't give him a second. Ball back out as far as John Campion. Connor did Roarford. Campion doesn't need him. He says no thank you, I'll go myself. Great score by John Campion, his first of the day. And again, we have a 3-point game.
Yeah, another player that's been quite enough in the thing. But then these, we'll say the main players, they kind of tend to cancel each other out. I suppose Conor Cadell and himself are marking each other. Like, so.
Great ball there by Jack Kennedy. Just didn't come into Cathal Scully's hand that time. Just in the bounce out. Ball now with Kevin Hassett. Kevin turns like he has his advantage. Could have let it go as well with Podge steaming through the middle as well. But
let's see, is it a free or is it a free for a throw or is it?
I'm not sure the exact.
Well, Shane McCallan's come and take the free. It's a free to throw.
Free anyway, yeah. So let's say we're heading into the last play of the opening.
Oh, where are we? Oh, it is off. The linesman is in on the far. Johnny Butler's in on the far side, marking a spot.
Dooley's coming over here to Conor Cadell. He seemed to be indicating there was a slight pull or something, was it? I can't say I saw it myself now, either, Tom. But
because we had just been commenting on the fact that Conor Cadell and John Campion were kind of, shall we say, cancelling each other out. Like, but
he finds himself now in the referee's book, and it's a third yellow card for the Brackens team with Tom Murphy and Jamie Maloney also in the dreaded notebook, as they say. So this time it's Johnny Ryan going to strike this free. Johnny turns, strikes. It looks okay, I'd say. Yeah, umpire is happy.
You're not sure whether the umpire is coming to signal a point or to signal.
So Jack Kennedy strikes, but John Dooley says we've seen enough. So at a half-time score here in Borland in the Centenary Agri Mid-Tipperary Senior Hurling Final, Drom and Inch are leading by 4 points at a scoreline of 13 points to 9. Tom, I suppose a quick summation of the first half before we go for a quick water break ourselves.
Well, I suppose there was little enough in it, and would say Brackens would, like, Drom looked more potent outfit every time to have the ball, and you're kind of expecting this. They seem to be carrying that greater threat up front, like, but Brackens then on the other hand were making the most of their possession. They had a couple of wides, all right, like, but Drom have had more wides. But I'd say, like, it may be a little bit easier. Depends. Like, I'm surprised that Brackens didn't play man to man up front, like, because the amount of ball that they lost that went into the we'll call the Brackens forward line, they came out because they for the want of the other man, or the missing man, and that was raining pressure down on top of an already under pressure back line. But then on the other hand, the Drom shot selection maybe wasn't the best either. Like, so Drom have had a lot of wides. They've used, I think they've had 3 free takers. And like that, they haven't missed a whole lot from frees, but just it's just a point like that. Okay, Owen Collins was his point was from what's it called, the basketball, but I say from downtown, and Shammies were more short range, and Johnny then was medium range. So
absolutely,
it just shows what Drom and Inch have, like, that they have these guys that they can turn to. But Bracken's not over, but I think they're going to have to play. They're going to play man and man up front, because like they'll want equal terms to breach that Drum backline, because that Drum backline, it's very solid. Maloney will tag along there with Andrew Ormond, and we'll say Liam Ryan. Kevin Hassel handled a lot of ball there in the last while. Maybe he's loose at the minute. Stevie Nolan's able to go forward. Podge Campion is holding the middle, and Finn Purse 3 points. That's there, and that's all stemming from, I think, the fact that Brackens are not fronting up onto them,
and give them the space.
Yeah.
Super. So half-time score here in Borland, it's Drom and Inch 13 points, JK Brackens 9 points. We'll be back to you very shortly. Gormagiv. Borland Dwala GA club for the Centenary Agri Mid-Tip Senior Hurling Final between Drom and Inch and Borland Dwala. The Brackens team are just re-emerging on the field here. Just to give you a reminder of our score at half-time, Drom and Inch are leading 13 points to JK Brackens 9, and your coverage today is coming thanks to Robert Healy Video and Photography in partnership with Stream Sports. So, we're just looking, I don't see any immediate changes on the Brackens team.
Possible one Drum and Inch change. I saw
David Collins.
David Butler went in.
Or David Butler, I should say. Sorry,
so
he ran in past me all right, and they coming out. But no, both teams are eyeing up. The breeze is still blowing, judging by the flags here in front of us, just down into the village end, as you're calling it, Tom, or the church end, whatever way you want to see it.
The village end and the Cashel end, I think, is what they call it.
We'll go them one, so. Absolutely no. So both teams are really getting going. I suppose
it's amazing when there's no, like, just a comment. I know many hundred youngsters are out pucking ball around here. Once the players emerge, they're gone.
Dispersed.
Just disperse. Yeah,
they know what's happening.
Drama,
they know the crack. Exactly. Fair play to them. I suppose Tom, Brackens have, they find themselves 4 points down, still very much in the contest. How do you feel the second half is going to go? Do you think they'll have enough to?
Yeah, well, I suppose it'll depend how the ball holds up. Like, Drum could find it a bit easier to find their men with the ball holding up against the breeze. But I think Brackens will have to make sure they have 3 men inside anyway, because I'm not sure that they have the pace or the physique to take on the Drum and Inch backline with 3 against 2 or 2 and 1 like. But
so here come the Drom and Inch team. We're just looking for any immediate changes. I don't see anyone as of yet.
I suppose Shane Scully Colin Scully is taking up position in he's the backline, but I say he had a backman's position for most of the first half. I would have thought that he was, like, balls he was getting possession, he was back there anyway, so he was probably the extra man back there, like. But
absolutely. So we'll get our watches on the go here. So we're all ready set. Teams are in place. Just waiting on. Goalie is in. Referee Johnny Dooley.
It's actually Paddy Killez in the middle of the field now for Brackens.
So game is on. Second half is on here. Drom and Inch 13 points to 9 up. Brackens though first on possession. Ball out here as far as Shane Dial. Shane opening ball in. There's a Drom and Inch man down straight on the ground inside. I don't know what happened there. Andrew Ormond turn goal for Andrew Ormond within about 15 seconds, but something definitely happened, Tom, inside. We didn't see it, but
nobody saw it because it's so far off the ball. Like, but there was probably a slight coming together is what people would say. Like, but
it's hard to know. John Dooley is going in. He's going into his umpires.
As it stands, the goal stands now. Like,
as
so
at the moment,
whatever happens next.
Yeah. Keane Tracy and Chris Crew are his 2 umpires inside. So conversation will be important. So we'll just see what both umpires saw. I'm sure they had full view of it right in front of them, but
again, like, may not have seen a lot like that. Oftentimes what happens, there's a grapple between a back and a forward, and a forward an attempt to get loose. A hurley can go back.
It definitely does look like he did get a knock in there, but discussion ongoing at the moment. It's great to see our officials all mic'd up as well, which helps that they're all in contact. I see John Dooley on the blower.
Like, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, and I'm not going to apportion blame one way or the other, like, but like, it's hard, not even sure what the drum player that's down. It's not Liam Ryan. It's not Kevin Hassett. Evan Maloney, I'd say, could be on. Evan Maloney was the one that was
picked up in the first half. Now Andrew Ormond looks to be. So John Dooley's out speaking to.
See, if the boys see everything, yeah, that's fine. But if they didn't see everything, like,
so all eyes now firmly on.
A lot of bodies around there. The drum player is still. He's on his knees at this stage, but
he's
looking like a lot of writing going on, and the more writing, the more ominous it looks. Yellow card. Yeah. So Andrew Ormond's yellow card. No.
The story with the goal. I wonder, are we?
Goal.
It seems to.
Well, the goal stands. I'd say, like that. Well, unless he signals for free out there now.
Yeah, the Brackens lads are all clapping and cheering there, so we'll take that as a sign that the goal does stand. So We are only
The drum player is still
we're
on his
2.5
knees,
minutes in. So they're still getting tended inside. It does look to be Emmett Maloney. From what I'm seeing.
The longer that goes on, the more, like, I'd say it's Emmett Maloney is the one that's down. The Butler hasn't come on by the looks of things.
No changes that we can see. So
there's 3:10 on the clock, and probably what was there, 10 seconds of action.
that's about it. So we will have time at the far end if we need it. So it does seem that the goal will stand. John Dooley, and I do see him speaking into his microphone, so he is talking to someone about it. Emmett Maloney, though, is the man, from what we can make out, still on
by a process of elimination.
The process of elimination,
really.
I see Stevie Nolan, I see Podge Campion, I see Finton Purcell, so process of elimination.
Now there's consultation with
John
Dooley and Kevin Jordan, but like everybody was engaged. You see, ball was.
Yeah, so it looks.
But then there's a limit to the amount of time that you allow for a stoppage like that.
Yeah.
As well, like that, he's either able to
fit to
continue,
go on,
continue or he's not. Like, yeah,
absolutely. So at the moment, there's still a lot of discussion going on over the far side. I presume the discussion is all in relation to will the goal stand or will the goal not stand. He's dealt with the player, so it's the score we're looking for. He's going in now again.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no goal does not stand. We're going to go across the flags here. I presume it's a free out then. And the goal then doesn't stand. So
no.
So 13 points, still plays 9. We're still on a 4-point game.
Emmett
Maloney, I'd say, will have to go off. It does look like that there's a signal there to the Drom and Inch bench. There is someone making a move the far side. There is. We have I'm just waiting to see who's coming at the far side. It looks to be number 19 for Drom and Inch, Michael Campion. It is 19, seems to be warming up, so. And it is 2, all right. Yeah. I'd say whatever went on.
If you're not okay after 5 minutes, you're not going to be okay. Like, that's
not a hope. Not a hope.
Like.
So Michael Campion is coming in there with the looks of things.
He's gone back again.
A lot of. He's heading to his feet anyway, Emmett, which is a good sign for. But I'd say his day. He looks extremely winded. I'd say that. No, he's going to go on, Tom. I'd say he's. Yeah, Emmett looks like he's good to go. I think we're finally. What are we? 4 minutes later, 5 minutes later, ball back in play.
5 minutes, 40 seconds later.
So 13 points play is 9. Same score as we were at the break. Ball breaks inside. Tommy Nolan in behind. He was looking for Shane McCallan, didn't read the play. And out comes Tom Murphy, the captain. Tom fouled, free out for JK Brackens as we get back underway here in Borland.
We'll allow that we have 6 minutes, I suppose.
I'd say so by looks things. So ball all the way back in there as far as Shane Dial. The ball is definitely out of play. Line ball is the call, and line ball is we've changed our mind here. I'd say by the looks of things, it looks to be a free in. I think Tom for JK Brackens. Was there a?
Yeah, the free is here where Johnny Butler, but
must have something happened close to the line. Was there a tap to a helmet? I don't know. I can't say. I didn't see it now.
Shane Dial was suggesting that, all right, but it was a bit like what I said in the first half, that it's kind of nearly mandated. So
Linden up strikes, no mistake for Linden. He opens his second half account and his 4th point of the day, bring the game back to within 3 points or a score game. So Collins goes long down the side, Tommy Nolan, and the ball just bounced out of his hands, and it's back with Cathal Scully. Cathal Scully goes past one man in as far as Shane Burke. Shane turns, Shane strikes. It's going to come off to the left here and wide, definitely on that one. sixth wide now for JK Bracken. So ball back with the Drom Inch goalkeeper Owen Collins. Owen over the far side. He's looking for Robbie Long. Robbie does well,
Good
controls the
control,
ball,
yeah.
absolutely brings the ball in, looking for Jamie Maloney. Jamie doesn't get the ball, but Shane McCallan comes out, almost got it, but missed it. Tom Murphy there. He was lucky, he would have found himself on the ground after that one. Ball is on the ground. JK Bracken's looking to come out of this one, and they do. It looks like Conor Cadell comes out the far side, out as far as Shane Burke. Shane has it now. Shane going to have another go from further out, but it's going to go the exact same way it went the first time, and left and wide. So ball now restarting again with Owen Collins. We are 8 minutes into the first half, but as we said, we only have a couple minutes of play done. Ball though spills out again. Ball now with Andrew Ormond. Andrew shortens the stick, turns, strikes, it's hanging, it's up, it's over. Great score by Andrew Ormond, his second point of the day, and it reduces the gap to 2, 13 points to 11. And we have I thought we had a sub, we don't know. All is okay. Ball now with Owen Collins. Owen goes short as far as Liam Ryan. Liam has a few yards in front of him to go. Liam now looking, he's going to come out as far as Kevin Hassett, who's on the sideline. Kevin goes, turns up the far sideline as far as Mikey Connors. Vital hurley in there by Martin Delaney, but Connors still comes onto it. Connors has it again. He's going to go try and take on his man. He's being bundled up out the far side. Ball is still there. Ball is still on the ground. Free out is the call from Johnny Dooley. Well bundled up by Brackens. They made him, didn't allow him to get rid of the ball either. They made themselves big and awkward.
Made life difficult for him, and there's nowhere to go, really.
Absolutely. So Paddy Cadell goes all the way back as far as their goalie, Jack Kennedy. That's not one for anyone that has any heart conditions. Wouldn't want to see that happen here. Jack Kennedy, though, half strike. Shane McCallan, though, in there again. Puts the block on it. Ball is still there. Shane McCallan still comes away with the ball. He's won himself the free after it all, Tom.
Talk about shooting yourself in the foot. Tis old-fashioned stuff, I suppose, where I'm coming from. But I mean, that's mind-boggling stuff. That you have a free, 15, 17 metres out from your own goal and play it back and almost put in the net, and then end up giving away a free,
after starting so after getting the first 2 points in the opening half as well.
Yeah.
Now they're back again. Johnny Ryan, I think, took that one.
Johnny doesn't miss.
No, he doesn't. And
well, or misses very little anyway.
Very exactly. So here we go again. Jack Kennedy out the far side here as far as Jordan Maloney. Jordan puts in a long high ball. Is it going to go
wide?
It'll stay in. It won't. It bounces out right and wide again. A waste opportunity, Tom, really. But
well, I suppose Brackens are probably looking at it that they Common made at half time. The Brackens needed to go 1-on-1 with the forwards because they had in a 2-to-1 situation. Plan B then is you go for shots from long range, but that's fraught with disaster too.
Absolutely.
Because it's not.
So balled out in the middle of the field, well taken there by Larkin Campion. Ball though spills out. Drom Inch coming away. The ball goes all the way back as far as
speed of that came out. It had to be a throw.
Fintan Purcell getting in there again, all over the ball. Again, we're not sure. It seems to be
leaning towards the village.
I'd say down the far end as we go on. So JK Bracken's line ball. I'm sure Shane Doyle is going to come over and have a look at this one. He's jogging over there wearing number 12. He has one already from the sideline. He had 2 other opportunities as well.
To set up for him it's probably 50 metres out.
Right in front of the Drom Inch substitute bench there as well, just to add for the little bit of extra pressure. But I'd say Shane doesn't do pressure that much either. No.
They'd be just encouraging him to do his best, normal thing with.
Yeah, as happened. So Shane strikes only one way to quieten him. It didn't happen this time and ball is out. Here comes Liam Ryan. Liam out through 1 tackle, out through 2, plays out as far as Kevin Hassett. Great take. Kevin goes. Kevin is looking to pass it someone and off over the far side. Great little ball there as far as Fintan Purcell. Fintan has it now. He's going to go again past his man. A couple of extra steps there this time. Referee didn't call it. David O'Shea causing a nuisance himself. The ball comes across and intercepted by Cahill Scully. Cahill goes. Went to the ground after the play, but game goes on. Andrew Orwell now the man on the ball in his hand. He is Shane Doyle inside him, doesn't use him, goes back as far as David O'Shea, and a free out for a throw is the call from John Dooley. And
even at this distance, it was hard to disagree.
Absolutely, David O'Shea was trying his best to disagree there, but the whistle was gone. Free out so for Drom Inch. And it looks to be Johnny Ryan is coming all the way back to take this one. He is.
David Collins was on his way out from the other end, so 2 lots of energy wasted.
And in that heat, we don't know how you want to do that. So Johnny Ryan again in between the.
Oftentimes you wonder, say when a player is coming, it's obvious he's coming. nobody tends to come with this free taker that's coming out. Why they don't work the quick free to the guy that's coming out?
Now you have to make the distance shorter. So Johnny Ryan goes, strikes. It's going to go left and wide is the outcome on that one.
So Johnny does miss.
He does. Coming here, of course, again put on him. So ball back here with Jack Kennedy. Jack comes down the stand side here. He's looking for Cadell. Cadell, though, doesn't get it, though, and the ball has gone back up just as fast, in as far as Shane Callan. He's just a yard far Tom Murphy, trying to keep him out. Callan is staying, going, no, he turns, he strikes, and a great goal by Seamus Callan. There we go, just that bit of class, got inside. Super finish by Shamey.
Yeah, like took on his man, and had the best of having two sides, like, but probably the ball broke off a helmet or something here, but that puck out actually landed. But Drom crowded the landing area where the ball was. It ended up, it was a 3-1 situation when that ball came to here, like.
Absolutely, a double substitution over on the far side, or one coming in at the moment. We'll get names and numbers now for you in a moment, but
like Mikey Class, Or
it does have the look of him, all right. Anyways, Tommy Nolan is the man vacating. It seems to be number 18 I'm looking at. Tony Carl, that's who's in,
yeah.
And I do see David Butler also over there.
He's ready as well.
He's ready to come. He's not coming in yet, but he's ready to come. So, substitute there. So, Tony Carl in for Tommy Nolan. Tommy, a point to his name so far today. So, short puck out, but it's struck in long after the fact. Ball is in the far corner. Drum man goes down to get, doesn't get it though. Andrew Ormond is in there, looking to get over the ball. In there, helping too is Lyndon Fairbrother. Brackens really need to get on the ball. We're not sure what's going to happen. I say it'll be a throw-in ball by the looks of it. Yeah, Johnny Dooley's going in to throw it in. Again, to remind you the score, Drum now leading 114 to 11 points. That's 6 points. We're just coming up on the 15th minute, but we did have quite a big stoppage there in the opening half. So ball thrown in. Brackens are looking to get out, but Drum look to be the team coming away at the ball. It is Kevin Hassett is the man. Comes down this far as Tony Carl. Tony looking to get his first tap on the game. I thought it was a Brackens ball myself. I thought it was Tony Carl's hand.
I thought the hurley took it out of his hand like this. Really, no complaints.
No, they're all. So David Butler is entering the fray. I don't know who's going at the moment.
Mikey Connors, I'd say.
Yeah, Mikey Connors is making away. So David Butler now wearing 17 in for the number 14, Mikey Connors. Yeah, the fourth official board has just gone up over the far side.
It was always a dangerous place to be playing in the forward line.
Absolutely. So Robbie Long's puck goes to the wrong man, but Shane Burke dropped it back as far as Cadell. He's making life difficult for Lyndon, but Kevin Hassett gets there first. Kevin comes all the way across. Dangerous enough ball again. We saw it at the far end. We saw it again at this end, but Fintan Purcell makes sure of it. And out as far as John Campion. John has been traced by David O'Shea. He puts the ball in. He's looking to get Butler on the ball starting off. Butler is there. No better man to save Butler straight away. He'll take on his man. There's no doubt about it. He turns. He strikes. It looks wide, to be left and wide, I'd say, but looks of it is left and wide. So David Butler's first introduction to the game, and he's first wide.
Yeah, but got possession and was out to the ball, and plan is there, and
absolutely. So we're back with Jack Kennedy.
Drummer playing a loose man back.
So Jack goes short. He finds Luke Ormond. Luke does well, plays it out. It's a great strike.
Neil Quinlan,
yeah, great score by Neil. A needed score, I suppose, from a JK Bracken's point of view, brings the game back to 5. So Owen Collins goes out the far side, looking for Robbie Long. Conor Cadell though gets there in front of him. Conor was fouled. He went down. He got his free.
Yeah, like Drummer, like to a degree, falling into the same trap that Brackens fell into in the first half. They're allowing Brackens a free man back here, between the 45 and the 20, like, and that's the launching pad for them, like. And I think Brackens probably have learned a little bit from what mistakes Drum made in the first half. They're not playing the ball to the loose man. They're playing it a little bit more diagonal, but that's putting pressure on their own forwards into
exactly.
A lot of running to do. Stevie Nolan is the kind of loose man at the minute, like.
So Lyndon in between the 45 and 65, just to bring it back to a 4-point game. We're just gone past the just coming up on the 17th minute of the second half. So Lyndon strikes up over. Umpires look happy enough.
Yes, that is coming, yeah.
And another 5 points now today for Lyndon, all from place ball. So Owen Collins comes down this side. He's looking for John Campion. Ball goes up over John Campion's head and as far as David Butler. Breaks out though, and it's Dean McEnroe. Dean coming in play. Plays it back as far as Paddy Cadell. Dean goes down. Seemed to have gotten a A late little swipe. He's holding his head by the looks of
Yeah,
things.
the set was the first one. Said he's gone to the book. Said the butler could be.
I'd say it looks
sanctioned here.
Yeah, it looks to be. He's all right anyway. Is Dean? So David Butler going to find himself in
Lower and Raytor.
lower in dock. So John yellow card. So for David Butler and a free out for Brackens, and Linden has come back himself. He's back on.
Probably 18. There's 18 on the clock, but I reckon there's about 12. We've about 12 minutes played in the second half. Like, so we'll subtract 6 more watches.
Absolutely. So Linden Fairbrother back on his own 45. It's a fair distance now. He does have whatever breeze is here in Borland behind him. He lifts, he strikes. It's not going to go the full distance.
It's going to be worse than that.
It's going to drop in. And it could happen when the ball drops in the ground. And out comes Robbie. The ball is coming out this side. It goes out as far as Kevin Hassett. Kevin now has hand who the bundle over line. He wasn't. No. And it's a free in. He's given for a throw ball. They're the kind of ones where when you're coming down the sideline, even man eyeing you up, you have 2 options ready to go with that one, Tom.
Yeah, it's like the pillar was probably in our way.
That's it. I'm just going to say that.
Like, yeah. There's a chance now for Brackens to eat back into it. Get back to 3 points. It's not so long ago since they were 6 points down. Like, so
absolutely.
Okay, he still has to score it. Like, but I mean it's.
It is possible. So Linden, he's on
5, going for 6.
5 on, exactly.
It's wide, I think.
So he strikes. One umpire had a hand up the far end. Is he
giving
something?
it?
Giving it. So there we go. 6 points now for Linden Fairbrother.
That's a bit tight to the near post, but I mean, we wouldn't be in a position to judge here anyway.
Exactly,
fair to the lads.
So we're back to a goal in. A 1-14 plays 14. Long ball down this time, looking for David Butler. Ball though breaks back in, and the right man has it now. It's Paddy Cadell. Paddy turns, he strikes, plays the ball in. He's looking for Linden again. Linden goes up, but he has Liam Ryan for company behind him. Liam takes man and ball, as they say, strikes it back in as far as great take inside, turns, strikes. It's a great Liam.
Wide.
No, it's wide. Tony Cal. Good take by Tony Cal, but no, right and wide.
He had to stretch of Shamie Callan in the yellow helmet to match as
that
well.
Was it. I was getting confused. I was wondering who was inside goal to take it.
A little bit less lean.
That's it. So Jack Kennedy again. He goes long. He goes over the far side. Up goes David O'Shea, but the ball breaks in behind for Dean McEnroe. Dean has it now. Dean turns. Dean strikes. The umpires are happy. He has got it. Now we're back to a 2-point game. Dean's second point of the encounter.
And all the momentum is with Brackens this year. Drom haven't built on that goal. Like, I mean, the last 4 points have come from JK Brackens, and the score from play that's a big one for them now.
Absolutely. So sharp puck out goes as far as John Campion. John again, open shoulder, is inside now. This time up comes Shamie, out comes Tony, but it's Jamie Maloney and Brackens come away at the time again. It's back with Paddy Cadell. Paddy takes on his man out far side. Here we go. Here's number 10, Conor Cadell. Conor is blocked, but the ball is still there. And Joe Ormond goes, but Emma Maloney puts the body in the way and gets it out as far. Ball now with Podge Campion. Podge going past 65. He's staying going. He goes in as far as Johnny Ryan. Johnny had to touch it twice, but he got the ball up. Up it goes. Umpire's having a good look at it. He is going up and over the bar. Brackens lads aren't happy out there. They were calling wide, looking at John Dooley, but John was extremely happy with it.
Well, tis the umpire at the post. Like,
he was
one to call the shot. Like, but Drum are playing right into Brackens' hands, and I mean, like, the one guy that you don't leave loose is a guy of Paddy Cadell's calibre. Like, I mean, a guy that's able to read the game and able to strike ball and play a good percentage ball to his own players as well. Like that, they're the guys. I mean, you don't see Shamie Callan loose. Like.
That's exactly it. So now we have a free in here. Andrew Ormond fouled there. He got his hands on the ball. He was squatting on his man. Clearly pulled back. So another free again. This again will bring the game back to 2 points. Brackens, I suppose, couldn't get back to the 1 point yet, but they're going to have a good run at this.
We have time, like
plenty of time.
Yeah, it's about 16 gone, like, so we're only halfway through the second half. And
so Linden turn strikes. People are happy. Umpires happy. They are going to the flag. Yep. They're going to the flag. Up and over the bar. 7 points now for Linden Fairbrother. It reduces the gap. It's 115 for Drom and Inch. 16 points for JK Brackens, and Owen Collins goes long. Comes down the stand side here in Borland. Up goes David Butler. David, that famous flicking touchdown that he always does, and John Campion is the man in. John has the ball. High enough looking tackle there. John goes past one, goes past two. Dean McEnroe, the guilty party that time. And a free in for Drummond. David Butler supposed that enough. Tom broke the ball down, as he does. He comes from behind, taps it down.
Like he knows he's the only one knows where it is, and he follows it on then as well. Like just his control let him down then when it went to ground. But then John Campion was coming in, and no better man win. No. There's only 2 Drummond players inside 3 now inside the 45, and this free.
So Johnny Ryan. Lift strikes, it's going left. Yeah, it will go the whole way wide. It does go the whole way wide, and wide ball is called.
There's a soft sound of that sliotar when he hit it. Like it wasn't a normal.
There is that one. That was close enough to us when we heard that one. All right.
Yeah.
So, puck out here. So Jack Hendy goes. Nice short puck out again. Brackens using the extra man at the back. Tom Murphy, the captain, driving through. Tom gets the benefit of the doubt in that occasion, free to him. John says he pulled back the hand.
Well, I suppose that's really, you wouldn't, like, they're the ones that, I suppose it seems a bit unusual because they're so rarely given, but he was 100% like, and they're the ones, right, they take from the start, the momentum of the game, if you like, but back another bit, I'd say.
Absolutely, Johnny Butler's fighting back here, and they're happy enough now. Yeah, he's turned away. So look, Linden again going for this one. This would bring it back into a 1-point game, Tom. And I said Drummond, you haven't capitalised on it since the goal. They haven't kicked on at all, and Brackens are. So Linden, right high up in the air. Uppers are having a right good look at this one. They are going. They're happy with it. Great score by Linden Fairbrother. We're down to a 1-point game. Do I mention the word of extra time, Tom? Do we want to go down that road yet?
Well, I did mention penalties earlier.
You're going to full hog. So puck out down. It's broken again. It's a Brackens man has it. He's trying to get it back as far as Cahill Scully. Cahill has it. He turns. He strikes in now looking for Linden. Questions. Here we go. Linden goes up. Liam Ryan goes. Was he fouls? Quite possibly could have got a free there, but nonetheless, ball is still with Drum. John Campion wants to go by the man. Ball. He's calling. Dean McEnroe is incensed here with Johnny Butler that he didn't give the line ball. Ball, but nonetheless, is with Johnny Ryan. Johnny has John Campion behind him. He needs to give someone shortly. And now it's out this time, all right. Again, we'll give Johnny Butler the benefit of the doubt. He was in front of it, not us. And a line ball here to JK Brackens.
It's amazing, like, when you have, like, okay, from our vantage, it looked out, but like when you're looking along the playing line, it's a different thing altogether. Your eyes can deceive you. Like.
100%. So change here on the Drummond or on the JK Brackens team. Number 19, Larkin Egan is in it in place of David O'Shea. So Larkin Roach. 22, Larkin Roach. Beg your pardon. So ball now, Brackens have it. Shane Burke now the man. Shane has it. He turns, he strikes into space. He's in there looking for Shane Dial. Shane gets out in front of Liam Ryan. Liam Doe will track him. He does well. He has the ball bounce. Bit of space now for Shane. He's going to stay going. He's definitely fouled this time coming through. He opens the shoulders.
Gets the free.
He takes the free, absolutely. Yeah, Brackens really pushing him now at the top.
Really give allowed the advantage of him having the shot. Good stop by Owen Collins, like, and like it comes back now for the free, and sure. Suddenly we have a draw game, like.
Absolutely, and as we said, we may have 26 on the clock, but at least there's 10 minutes there to go, no doubt about it. So Linden Fairbrother.
I mean, at the risk of repeating ourselves, I think Drummond Inch have drawn Brackens on him, like, and they're contributing. Wouldn't be downgrading what Brackens are doing, because I mean they're playing what's in front of them, like, and using the ball well, but. Like, Drum are contributing to that, I think, by the fact that they've withdrawn a fella.
Absolutely. So, Linden Fairbrother to tie up the game.
Lift wasn't perfect, but he got it.
King Trace is happy there, and up and over the bar it goes. So, we are level here in Borland. Drummond Inch 115, JK Brackens 18 points. 9 for
Dean McEnroe. Or for Linden Fairbrother,
yeah,
but Dean McEnroe's two from play were very important ones. Like.
Absolutely. So Owen Collins again, he goes long. He's looking over there for David Butler. David lets it hit the ground, doesn't get it though. Across comes Shamie Callan though. Shamie does it, uses all his strength, all his experience. But what a take out of the hand by, I think it was Paddy Cadell. Ball is still with Drummond Inch. They forward to go with Jamie Maloney. Jamie is still going through one goal. Jamie turns, he strikes. It's Paul Murphy or Jack Hendy had it, and it's gone wide after it all. That was a chance, Tom, there. That was supposed to could have went anywhere, really, with that one.
Hard to know who got the touch, put it wide. But
it was, so Jack Kennedy pulled off the initial save. In they came on top of him fairly quickly as well.
See, we have a bit of a dust storm above at the back of the goal there. So often the car passes, and to remind you of old style hurling that even I only heard about. This dust flying in the square like Hell's Kitchen and all that type of stuff. So,
well, they're getting it all today here in Borland, Duella. 1:15-18. The game goes on. Brackens now are really pushing it. Dean McEnroe has the ball. His head is up. He's going back though as far as it looks to be Cahill Scully. Cahill turns, strikes, blocked down by Shamey Cannon, and a great block there by Shamey, and ball out for a line ball to.
And it's a line ball to Brackens.
And we have a drum substitute here coming on as well. Is it Jack Lillis, I'd say, by the looks of it?
Jack Lillis for Johnny Ryan.
Absolutely. So Jack Lillis wearing number 26 is in place of 13 Johnny Ryan. Johnny has 2 frees and a point to his name, 3 points, and could be 3 crucial scores come the end of this. So here we go. Cahill Scully, line ball, good line ball in as far, looking for Andrew Ormond, but out comes Emmett Maloney, I'd say, with the looks of it, out as far as Kevin Hassett. Kevin now has time. He strikes it in. He's in there. In it goes. Tony looking for, gets it the next time round. He's been well pushed out there by Tom Murphy. He's been well, goes in, used the bounce, lovely, but ball just drops from the hand. And the ball is now in a ruck. Drum getting in quick behind him, but Brackens there as well. Ball is still on the ground, waiting to see. John Dooley says no, we'll go back.
Way out to the 20 and throw it in.
Throw it in, safest bet. Man gone. Jordan Maloney has gone to the ground there now. A few argy-bargy, I suppose, Tom, is that what we...
Yeah, but like that's getting around. There's no need to know whether like this.
No.
So the umpire is on the case anyway.
On the blower, yeah, and John Dooley
has someone
is going to his book as well. So is it? So the board has got up at the far side. We do indeed have 6 minutes of additional time, as we had predicted. All right, we had a fairly long stoppage there in the open half. John Dooley is still taking a few notes down here. We're just waiting to see who's getting the card.
The judge says it.
Your guess now, Thomas, is good. It
could be Jamie Maloney, you said, number 11. Yeah.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
So we're back out for the throw-in. As I said, 6 minutes of additional time. Game is level, 1:15-18 points. Ball is there. Brackens trying to get head out. It's Jamie Maloney. Jamie is trying to get over the ball. Can't get it. Shamey Callan in there as well. Shamey looking to get on the ball. Again, we're going to slow down. All bodies in looking for it.
I know it sounds a bit cliched, Mark, but I'd say the next score is going to be a critical one now, like that.
Absolutely, it is. So again, we're throwing in the ball this time. Larkin Campion is a man in for it, and a free out. John Dooley has it.
Like the Drom and Inchman Neaton have gone in. The Brackens man was going to ground. He just should have left him like. And
Jordan Maloney, the man that time that was fouled. So ball is now with Neil Quillen. No, Jack Kennedy will come out. They don't want anything going in. They don't want any goals in particular. So Kennedy strikes long. He tries to go up and over the 2 extra defenders. It's a dangerous enough ball in. It's still down on the ground. Out come Drummond in, so, and out come, I think it's Emma Maloney, is it coming out? Or Stevie Nolan.
One of the spare men.
Absolutely. Stephen comes through, but just drops the ball in time. But Callan is in to recover. Great ball in, looking for Lillis, but just didn't get there. And out comes, it's Conor Cadell. Conor plays out as far as Cahill Scully. Cahill then goes back as far as Paddy Cadell. Paddy across to Neil Quinlan. Neil, a point to his name already today.
On he
goes. He's going. A big man is Neil. He's still going to go. He's going to have a shot. It's not going to go. No, it's going to go. Going to keep it in play. Owen Collins is going to keep the game moving. He opens the shoulders. He strikes off over the far side of the play. He's Shamey Callan making a great run. Shamey still gets the ball, but just back in time looks to be Luke Ormond. Luke was fouled.
Yeah, Shamey kind of latched onto him a small bit to try and pull him around the ball, just to ease him around it. And oftentimes, if you're on the blind side of the referee, you'll get away with it. But
absolutely. So we've number 7 here. Neil Quinlan is down after that lung bursting run. To be fair to him, and that
could have taken a slap of some sort as he went past somebody. I'd say in the early stages of the thing, like.
So on my clock I have 32 minutes just gone there, so 4 to go. We're still level pegging here in Borland. Will we need 2 periods of extra time to separate the sides? Will we need to go the full hog and go to penalties? Anything is possible, but you've been treated to a right good game here, and again your coverage is with thanks to Robert Healy Video and Photography and their partner Stream Sport. And again we thank Centenary Agri for their continued support of the Mid-Senior Hurling Championship. They've been with us now for the last donkey's years at this stage, and proud sponsors and great supporters here in the mid-division. So we're going with the free. Jack Hendy over the far side. He's back on his own 21 over at the bank side. Jack again,
gives
long,
a Holly.
Absolutely, long high ball in, that is possible. Up goes Linden, doesn't get their ball, still there, still fumbling, but it's Jamie Maloney has the ball, and Jamie passes by 1, passes by 2, Andrew Oren keeping them under pressure, and a ball out over Robbie Long's head. Robbie now goes to get the ball, swings back around, has it, Andrew Oren putting under pressure, but a great ball, and here we go, strike in, it's going to hang, it's going to go right and wide. So, Podge camping the party that time.
Podge kind of went for elevation rather than have a skimmer was the one to probably hold the direction a good bit better. Like.
Absolutely, and selector John Kindy here in front was giving plenty of encouragement to the Drum side. Puck out now, great puck out as far by Jack Kindy to find Paddy Cadell. Paddy was definitely fouled that time, arm went in over the shoulder. As I said, nowadays we have a bit of argy-bargy also going on off over there off the ball, but we'll come back to that in a minute's time. John Dooley is coming in slowly to that, but a good puck out by Jack Hendy, found Paddy Cadell. Paddy took on the man, drew the foul. What more do you want, Tom?
And a clear-cut decision as well. I don't think there'd be no argument with that decision.
No, and done well. And so,
Vice have nothing to report from Gestapo headquarters down there anyway.
No, all happy. John is happy. We're all happy. And it's... So, Linden is to take this one. He's back just behind his own 65. By the time he strikes it, he'll be past the 65, or his own 65 anyway.
Or Dermot Burns, the Limerick lad, has this ball. It's there, and he takes a step, and then again he strikes it. He has 3 more. Like, but that's going to be... The opposition 65, it's easy within his range.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just hitting up onto 34 and a half minutes on the clock. Great strike in by Linden. Yes, Tom, you done it for him, Tom. Right and wide, Tom. Brackens lads won't like you for that one, but we still have time. There's still 2 minutes to go. Or a minute and a half, maybe less than a minute and a half. We have a sub coming on here now for Brackens. 21 is Stephen Cahl, and he replaces number 13, Shane Burke. So substitution there on the Drum or on the JK Brackens team. Still time for a winner. 35 minutes on my clock.
Stephen would be another young player like this, capable, get the ball. Would have played a good. He's hurling in the backs. Like he's a forward able to take on the man.
Now Collins goes long. Look for David Butler. Dustin goes off behind him. It's Paddy Cadell. Paddy Cadell mopping up ball there all day. They're giving him the space, giving him the ball. Now ball in here. Liam Ryan again. Shane Dial. Liam Ryan just maybe lost it in the sun, but Shane Dial has it. He has it. Is he fouled? No, to Johnny Dooley. He's still going. Shane turns. He strikes. No, right and wide again. Another
possibly a case for a free, but I think there was a case for free before the ball came to him that he could have given a little tap on Liam Ryan first. Like. So
35 and a half minutes gone. Owen Collins with the puck out. It goes long. He's looking for John Campion. John just didn't get there, but the right man has it though. Shane McCallan, the man who you want to give it to, has it. He still has it. He's still going to go. He turns. He strikes. Didn't strike it well. What way is it going to go? Jack Hendy has the ball. He's coming out. He's swung back. Hurley has gone flying in there someplace. Ball now. Brackens now looking to set up. Here we go. Crossfield ball. All the way over. Up goes Liam Ryan. Doesn't let Shane Doyle get ahead this time. A ball breaks. Andrew Ormond just had it in his hand, but has it again. Andrew Ormond is goal. He's been tracked there by Finton Purcell. Andrew turns. He strikes. The Brackens lads are roaring. It's up and over the bar. It's a score for JK Brackens. 36 minutes on the clock. Andrew Ormond with his 3rd point of the day. Probably the most important point of the day, Tom. 1:15 plays 19.
Well, I think in a 1-point game, every point is important. But it's the final one, if it turns out to be the final one, that's the most important one of all.
Absolutely. Owen Collins go. We're going to have one more play. John Dooley wants to see one more bit of action. Ball is now with Drom and Inch. They have it with Larkin Campion. Larkin has it. Ball. Shane McCallan has it. He's been bundled up. Great ball in as far as Jamie Maloney. Jamie has time. They just need a score to level it up. What way is it going?
It's the
post and back out. Oh! He went to pull on it. He went to an open goal. Tony Cahl couldn't get the ball. And it's Jake. It's Ball is still in play. John Dooley says nothing. Jack Lillis is trying to get the ball up. Paddy Cadell has it, the tip man, the tip player. Paddy Cadell, he's going open the shoulders here. Ball goes down. We're still playing. We're going over the 6.5 minutes. We're 7 minutes up. Ball is with John Campion. John again. Brackens Drom desperate need of a score. Ball now with Podge Campion. Podge gone through. Free has gone back. It's a long way out, Tom.
It's too long out to get a score from, like, but Drom will have to kind of work it. They'll have to work it through the lines a little bit, I'd say, to get their score. But
we're 37.5 on my watch anyway.
Yeah, I'm the same, but there was a stoppage after the 6 given up, like so.
So back we go. Who's going to be the man? Is it Shane McCallan? Shane McCallan has gone back, Tom. He's in between his own 65 and 45. He's
probably 60 metres from his own goal.
Absolutely. If there was ever a...
Well, Shane Dial was the one that got a yellow card there for that foul as well, I'd say. Tis all or nothing now.
All or nothing now. All eyes firmly on Shane McCallan. Just to bring the game to extra time. He's done it before. So, lift, strike.
Strike is not good.
No, but that can happen. We have with it. It's up and over the bar. It's not.
No, it hit the post.
Off the post and back out. We're still going on. Game is still going. Back out as far as Brackens get their hands on the ball. Brackens have it. There we have it, Tom. All over. JK Brackens have won their first ever mid-senior hurling title. Look at that for scenes of jubilation all around the ground. Final score, JK Brackens 19 points, Drom and Inch 115. Tom, what a way to finish the game.
Oh, what a way to finish the game. And I think there's only one word, two words, totally deserved.
Correct and right.
Like, I think, we've been saying, I was saying for a good while, like that Drom and Inch had retreated into their shells. There were 6 points up, 114 to 11 points.
Yeah.
They scored 8 points to 1 in the last 20 minutes. A team that had all the answers, they seemed to be asking all the questions the first half. I can just admire the Brackens for it. They just got into their game, stayed at it, weren't fazed by the thing. But it has to feed into the thing. How do you leave a player of Paddy Cadell's calibre loose to do them up and up? Like, you just don't do that. Like, but I mean, Brackens, they done the business from. They hung in there in the early stages. It looks as if Drom were asking all the questions early on, seemed to be threatening an awful lot more. But Brackens never let them out of sight, kept them there the whole time. Pumped in then Dean McEnroe a couple of points and played. Conor Cadell quiet. Andrew Ormond overcame that rocky spell there just in the first couple of seconds of the second half.
There we go.
Then he got couple of points in play as well. Like, and Lyndon Farrell brothers free taking was bordering on impeccable. Like, he missed a few all right. Like, but overall, I like it's hard to argue with the result. Brackens have it, their first ever, and great credit due to them. Like, and kind of there'll be words of my own that I'll kind of have to eat maybe a small bit too. That I mean, I would have been saying to Brackens that if they worked their resource a bit differently, they were concentrating for recent years a lot on the totally into the hurling, and I felt that if they were putting a little bit more. Divided their force a little bit more, they might get their better results. But overall, I felt like that their best prospect was in the football. But no, you take your hats off to them and say, well done, JK Brackens, thoroughly deserved. I mean, Jack Hendy solid in the goal, and I thought he'd be caught maybe with his pucks, but he launched some massive bombs there in the last, because the idea like getting high ball into the forward line meant that when you were down a man in the forward line and you launched high ones in, it gave fellas the opportunity to get to the breaking ball, or as Damon Dunphy say, get to the pitch of the ball, provided they wanted to get there.
Correct.
So their forwards were willing to get there and work their socks off to get there. I mean, Andrew Armand busy the whole way through. Shane Burke, okay, he was replaced towards the finish, like, but they all worked. Shane Dial's line ball, I mean, we got a great view of it there as well. But like, it came down 1 point game. Every score they got was crucial. Every block they had in the back line was crucial. And Everton, it was no single act. It was everything for 60 odd minutes that had to get them over the line, and they were willing. They done that because they worked, and they worked the harder, like, and there's no other way of putting it, I think.
Absolutely. Listen, Tom, thanks very much for joining us here today. Final score, folks, for anyone, it's JK Brackens 19 points, Drom and Inch 115. We're now going to head down to our presentation area where Chairman Joe Sullivan is with our Centenary Agri reps along with Mid-Board Secretary Catherine Dunn. From all of us here, though, it's thank you and thanks to Robert Healy, video and photography, and their their partner Stream Sports as well for bringing you coverage of today's game. So we'll hand over to Robert, or over to Joe now. Gormagiv.
Could I have the captain of the JK Brackens club over here? Tis. Tom. Huh?
They want the table to go.
Oh, not for a minute. Huh? Let's watch. Will I? Right? Okay. We ready to start? Right. First of all, I want to say a big warm welcome to you all here to Borland here today, and for the senior mid-final. I want to thank, especially there to thank Johnny Ryan, who's chairman of the Borland GA Club here. And Johnny, thank you all your stewards. You ran everything magnificent for us here today, and a big thank you to you, Johnny, and all your officials here today. The match itself, lads, came very much alive in the second half. And great credit due to both clubs, to JK Brackens and Drom for a great mid-final here today. It's one of the best ones I've seen over a long number of years. So a big round of applause to both clubs here today. I just want to say very hard look there to Drom. He went right down to the wire. He tried hard, but on the day, Brackens just tilted over the line by that last point there. And I'd say a big congratulations to the JK Brackens GA Club. It's your first time ever in a mid-final and the first time to ever win a final. So heartily congratulations to you. Before I make the presentation, I just want to say a few thank yous to a few people behind the scenes. And the first is our sponsors. Our sponsors here are Centenary Agri, and they have been very good to us here, very loyal to us here over a long number of years. And I especially like to thank them, to Pat Daly, who is their chairman, to Joe Kerrigan, Eamon Berrigan, who is a JK Brackens man. So I'd say he's very happy here today. He's gone hiding. Well, he's there anyway. So I just want to say to you, lads, we appreciate that sponsorship, and I want you to give Centenary Agri a big round of applause for their sponsorship. I want to thank a few people there on the mid-board as well, to Trish, who is our treasurer, and Liz, our assistant treasurer, for organising all our gate checkers here today and moving very swiftly at the gates here today. So a big thank you to all our gate checkers there today as well. To the man in the middle, it was his first mid-final as well, John Dooley. I'd say, John, a job well done, John, and I'd like to thank you and all your officials here today as well. To the man that takes the beautiful photographs for us, and I'm sure JK Brackens will be buying a lot of photographs off him after this historic win here today, Eamon McGee. So Eamon, thank you for all those photographs. I'd like to thank my secretary there, Catherine Dunn. To a man that worked hard all week, the PRO, Mark Dunn, to get the beautiful programmes here done for us here today. I say a big thank you to Mark Dunn. The Maikarki Pipe Band, it adds a great tradition of music here to our mid-finals here every year. So I want to thank the Maikarki Band for their lovely music here today. Thank you very much. So, with further ado, I'll call on the captain of the JK Brackens club. I know him a long time. He's going back. I often seen you playing there under 14s, 15s, 16s there as a young lad, and you were always a top hurler going back all those young years. And you're still young. And I just want to present you with the cup here today on behalf of here on the mid-board and our sponsors. Right, I just before I hand over the microphone to the captain, Tom Murphy, I just left out two people here, and if I wouldn't sleep right tonight if I don't mention their names. To Tom McGrath for doing the commentating there today, along with Mark Dunn. They've done a great job in the commentary, so you can now look back and video it again and you see it all over again. So I want to thank those two boys. And also to Robert Healy. Robert is doing the cameraman there for today, and a big thank you to Robert as well. So I'll hand you over to the captain here now. Yeah, I'll get that in a minute.
Okay, I'm going to keep this brief. Just to Borland, Duala and Johnny Ryan, the lads there, thanks a million for having the place in such good order. From the minute we came in the gates, it was a great setup. Everyone came in nice and smoothly. Secondly, to Johnny Dooley and his officials on his first game, his first of many, I suppose. He done a great job there in the middle of the field. It's a tough job, so well done to Johnny. Suppose to our committee back home, lads, everything we've asked for, you always come up trumps, so thanks a million for everything and long may it continue. To everyone involved with the team, Eamon, Andrew, Stephen, Michael, Muller, Joe, Peter, Andy and Dyler, Murt. Thanks a million, lads, for everything. You're always there training. You're always helping out, giving great advice, so thanks a million for everything you've done so far. And finally to Drom and Inch, lads, we've had some great battles with you over the years. You've come out on most of them, so it's about time we got one over on you. So 3 cheers for Drom. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
Right. Now, we've one more item to do. We have a man in the match. But before, I want to thank Noel Dundon there and Michael Dundon there from the Tipperary Star there today as well. I've forgotten there, so thanks to both men there. Now, man of the match goes to number 14, Lyndon Fairbrother.